Ethiopia is using domestically produced drones in the ongoing operation against Wolo, Fano. In Wolo, we know that for the last 4 days, heavy fighting has been ongoing. Which types of drones are being used, and keeping in view the strikes conducted by the drones so far, are these drones effective? Are they as good as TB2's Winglongs? Second words, in last night's live chat, I talked about a propaganda launched by Prosperity Party against Eritrea. Clarification now has come from the Eritrean side. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Good to be with you. Firstly, in last night's live chat, I said that, not in last night's live chat, in a video last night, I mentioned a propaganda launched by Prosperity Party backed activists and some PP-backed journalists that Eritrea has agreed to negotiate with Ethiopia about the sea access. Several YouTubers close to Prosperity Party, backed by Prosperity Party, have been spreading this propaganda since a meeting happened between Masad Bolus, advisor to US President on Africa Affairs, and Usman Saleh, Eritrean Minister of Foreign Affairs. Eritrean embassy in the US issued a statement. In that statement, there is mention of Red Sea and Nile Basin. And Prosperity Party-backed activists twisted that statement, and they claim that Eritrea had agreed to talk to Ethiopia about the sea access. We know that from day one, Eritrean government, since September 2023, has been refusing to talk to Ethiopian government about access to the sea. Ethiopia wants dialogue. Eritrea says no dialogue on this issue. Now, clarification has come from Eritrean diplomat in Ethiopia. His name is Biniam Berhe. He is Eritrean Chargé affairs in Ethiopia. He's head of Eritrean embassy in Addis Ababa. Biniam Berhe has made it clear that Eritrea won't talk to Ethiopia about sea access. He said, Eritrea does not negotiate with any country about its sovereign territories, land, sea, or sky. Not now, not in a million years. This is what Eritrean position. All the propaganda launched by PP was false. And some neutral analysts also, influenced by PP's propaganda, were claiming that Eritrea had at last agreed to talk to Ethiopia. But that was propaganda, now clarified by Eritrean side. If Eritrea agrees to talk to Ethiopia, you will see a visible de-escalation. We're seeing starting of war in Wolo. War is starting because the two countries could not start a dialogue. Ethiopia is not withdrawing from its ambition to gain the sea access. Eritrea is not showing any flexibility to engage Ethiopia. That is why we are seeing start of war in Wolo. Back to main news story, viewers. We have received information and we have analyzed the videos which are coming from Wolo, and we have reached a conclusion that Ethiopia is using domestically produced military drones against Fano fighters. Ethiopia is actually testing now its local drones on Fano fighters. During Tigray war, Ethiopia imported drones. It bought TB2 drones from Turkey. It bought Winglong drones from The UAE, though the wing longs are Chinese drones, it bought Muhajir 6 drones from Iran. But after the war, Ethiopia inaugurated two drone manufacturing sites. It inaugurated Skywin Aeronautics, which is a drone manufacturing factory. Here, modern combat drones are being manufactured. Then, a few weeks ago, Ethiopian Prime Minister inaugurated Eritrea factory, which is another drone manufacturing factory. But here, small kamikaze drones are being manufactured. Some people say Skywin and Eritrea manufacture drones. Others say they assemble drones. Parts are imported from abroad. UAE is the key provider of these parts. Some other countries too. And drones are just assembled in Ethiopia. Whether they are assembled or manufactured, production is large scale. Even I think export is being considered. Ethiopia is considering export of drones manufactured by Skywin Aeronautics and Eritrea factory reportedly. We know that on Sanka yesterday, Ethiopian military conducted drone strikes. I showed you pictures from Sanka yesterday. The pictures show a damaged house in Sanka. And after analyzing the video from this site, I have reached a conclusion that neither TB2 nor Winglong was used for this strike. Muhajir 6 was not used as well. Reportedly, the strike was conducted using a small kamikaze drone. These drones can carry limited amount of warhead. That is why they cause limited destruction. They are precise in most cases if they are of high quality, but generally the aftermath of a kamikaze drone, the one like being manufactured in Ethiopia, the aftermath does not show massive destruction. When TB2's winglongs hit, you see destruction on the ground. I analyzed the video from Sanka, and the video shows that the drone penetrated the roof of the house and it exploded there. Either the drone penetrated or ammunition was fired from a locally produced drone, and that ammunition penetrated the roof of the building and it exploded. But you can clearly see in the video, which I cannot post here because it shows some graphic images, dead bodies can be seen. The situation in the room where the drone exploded does not show large scale blackening. So the drone was carrying small amount of ammunition. I think Ethiopia is testing its newly developed small kamikaze drones. How many strikes were conducted on Sanka? What is the accuracy of these drones? Well, what I have learned is that several strikes were conducted on Sanka. Target was one, but in order to hit the target precisely, several strikes happened. And one of the strikes managed to hit the target, that it penetrated the roof and the people under the roof, they were targeted. So it's difficult to say how precise the strike was because several drones were fired and these drones fell and exploded in several areas in the health center, Sanka Health Center. It wasn't just one strike. Maybe the operators were not sure about accuracy. That is why they hit 3, 4, 5 spots inside the health center so that the target won't be able to escape, and that at least one of the 4 or 5 strikes will be able to hit the target precisely. We cannot say for sure how precise, how accurate the drone strike is, but it hit the target, it seems, but not in one strike. Several strikes were conducted. So, Ethiopian newly manufactured local drones are being tested on Fano fighters. Fano fighters don't have any effective anti-drone weaponry. What will they do now? Will they continue their advance? Will they enter Wuldia? Will they enter Dasi? That we'll see in coming days. Thank you for watching.